And Paula, I'm just wondering if you could give me a verbal confirmation that yes, you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, it's okay. Yes, seeing you.
Yes. Hold on a second. And if something comes up, please tell me and just make sure to mute now. And now we begin. Welcome, everyone, to Yang Medicine and Energy Healing Mastery Week 5 training. This is the video training. We're going to go over Schematic 3. What a special schematic this one is. Sounds like you guys are really, the first wave of this is really enjoying getting, understanding what infinite yang and infinite yin mean. What it actually is like to experience these incredible energies. And also what I'm getting is they're understanding that when you experience these energies at this level, there isn't a difference between them either. We're kind of playing a biochemistry game. You know, this is meant to set off an energy chemical reaction of enlightenment in your body, turn your cells, your energy, your biological systems into star energy. It's got an alchemical quality to it. And Schematic 3 is really special because it's super good for the glands. It heals the fruit of life. It grows you like nothing else. It gets those hormones and all those balanced systems really flowing. It grows that tree of life, the energetic tree of life. So that's Schematic 3. And when we do that, and we're now on the Victory Ascent, now is the time for core surgery. A lot of you have reached out to me saying, I want to be an extreme Jedi. I want to be a professional healer. I want to be a laser surgeon. Great. Show up to the bioenergetics training, the high ticket course training, learn how to do the chelations and the hands-on healings. And you can apply this core surgery work that we're going to learn on yourself to like illuminate your body to move through a lot of dense old stuff, frozen energies. This is going to be very deep, ecstatic healing work, precision laser work today. So that's the Yang Medicine and Energy Training. Schematic 3, we're going to introduce it. You've learned 1 and 2. And we're going to learn core surgery. These are the extreme Jedi moves. Hands-on healings. And you know how I like to do it. I like to do it comprehensive, give you everything you need, mastery level, 90%, 95 or above, but not complicated, comprehensive. Just a reminder again, as we do nearly every course, there are 2 trainings. There's the Yang Medicine training and Energy Mastery, which is today's or tonight's course. And there is the Mission Mastery training, which teaches you how to do high ticket sales, bioenergetics, and hands-on healing. So we get illuminated, and this is the light warrior path once you are, if you want to share that wisdom. Number 1, you show up for mastery hours on the mountain. Number 2, you show up and you do the career training work, if you want that. We are now on the Victory Ascent for both of these. We've been through base camp, and that was the extreme yang power-up. We called it warm-up, and then you juiced up quick. Schematic 1 and 2. Schematic 1, 5 times infinite yang. That's the one medicine we have for the whole course. It's like all we want by the end is you have increased your energy by 5 times yang. It's an infinite energy, so it works that way. Already people are having huge power-ups, huge core wins. And they're just doing it with 1 and 2. Infinite yin, infinite yang. Okay, good. Now we've been through the power-up and we're like rocket blasting ahead. Like this is time to juice up, do more hours. Everyone that's getting results now, that seems like they're like, yeah, I'll put in more mastery hours, more mastery experience. James in Australia is this military guy, sealing PTSD stuff. I hope it's fine I mentioned James. He said I could. You know, really strong guy. And I was just saying to him, like, you could up your hours, couldn't you? Because you're getting results. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, what about mastery? Are you at this like special forces level that you do in your military training? And he's like, no. And I knew it. So he's like, I'll up my game. This is Victory Ascent time. You called me up. You wanted to be a Jedi. You wanted to learn the best moves on the planet. Pay attention. You don't have to learn a lot, but you have to learn a little. and you know, the chelation, which we'll go over, that one takes a bit of time. But we are on the Victory Ascent. This is where we melt and move. This is where we gain victories of healing. This is where we slice and dice and open the core and have all that energy back. And then we enjoy that with the Visionary Summit, which I imagine everyone will get to some degree if they commit the hours. and the mastery attention while doing it. And that's an embodied enlightenment, which I think you guys will love. Visionary experiences. Talking to some of you today in that Q&A call, it's just incredible to hear how you're already going like super soul and shamaness, seeing epic experiences, the whole thing. But now is the victory ascent. Now is like the victory moves, the moving forward. We'll be a little aggressive now, probably a lot, but just for, just to do this for 3 months. Okay, so today's mission, we're going to do Yang wisdom. We're going to talk about how energy signals everything. This one line signifies so much of the philosophy of what we do and what you will be experiencing by being an extreme pioneer of this work, trekking into lands no one else does, mastery lands of energy. Energy signals everything. That's one of your guides. We're going to go over schematic 3. Once again, it's simple and totally comprehensive. And I'll be giving you recordings to embody what that means. And a lot of it's glandular healing. And probably most of you who've studied the chakras and power centers and you're on this, you know those, the first, the second, the third. I'm a big fan of 7 chakras being the colors of the rainbow, red at the bottom, orange, yellow going up. That's how I see it generally when I see people, giant rainbows of energy. And these glands, they're like giant fruits, giant oranges that juice up and create this sweetness, body flow. They have all these different roles of balancing and moving and growing, and they get shut down and tormented. And, the cost of that can be really great. I know that, you know that. So we'll go over that. Schematic 3 and glandular healing. And then I'm going to do 3 extreme Jedi moves with you. These are laser energy surgery moves. Once again, they're simple. They're to get us started. But, this is the time where we do laser surgery on our core out in the sun. And if you're starting to work with clients, you can do that too. So once again, the mission today is Yang wisdom, schematic 3 and the glands, and 3 extreme Jedi moves. Yang wisdom. Energy signals everything. Energy signals everything. This is a pretty cool one because, like I said, energy knows where to go. It knows what to do. That was one of the earlier on Yang wisdoms. The first one was put power first, really. That's what we're doing. We're turning on, we're powering up, we're photon blasting, juicing up, getting it ginormously grown. But as you do that, it's weird. It's like all these systems grow, they become healthy, full of life, and they signal correctly. They change their signals. They readjust. It's like a signaling finanza of miracle light and energy healing. And that's when you do the one thing no one else does. And what we do, what makes us so unique, is we fill ourselves with star energy like nobody else. And we use a schematic meant to set those energies off into higher and higher vibration. As they do that, all the systems work with you at your advantage beyond what your rational brain can think. And that's what I love about energy, is it knows what to do, as we said in previous Yang wisdom sessions. Now the signals, energy signals everything. What are some signals? Well, it signals the power centers, tells them what to do, open, close, get giant, get smaller, the energy systems, the different levels. Maybe you've studied 7 layers from the mental to the emotional body to the physical body. It does all that. It just juices up and powers up the whole energy system, the whole auric system. And because it does that first, it then heals the nervous systems and signals them, powers them up. Really calm, juicy, joyous nervous system, graceful, divine. Hormonal signals go really flowy and kind of glorious, you might say. Circulatory system. I literally have seen with clients picking up. It's weird. It's like you see them pick up their entire circulatory system. It was shut down, closed down, deflated systems. And you see them lift up, almost like a resurrected circulatory system. And this medicine's particularly good at this, surprisingly. The hormonal probably being the biggest one for the medicine we're going to talk about today with schematic 3. Amazing for the bones. Man, the bones just drink this up like it's like milk on just the most divine energy of all time. This is the mother's milk, especially that infinite yin with yang. Bones just drink it up. They get big. They remove. They kind of heal. They know where to go. They know how to signal when they're filled with light, information, abundance, a rich energy field. Muscles loosen up, go into place, strengthen, power up. Your yoga workouts will be like nothing you've ever done. Paula, she was talking ahead of time how she needs to power up. It's time to get in shape again. Man, her workouts can be like nothing else, especially if she gets like a physical trainer or commits to some program. More powering up, less working out, I say. But organs, it'll signal the whole organs to interact in vertebrae. And the great thing is these are all interacting on a multi-dimensional, multi-circuit, multi-system level. And think of the brain too. Think of the gut itself, all of these systems. And the energy does it. And when we fill up with light and we power up first, we get really fantastic signaling, healthy signaling, whole signaling, divine signaling, connected. It's a really great chemistry. So, I can't just emphasize how glorious this medicine is in just this one fact alone of how much it will signal the rebirth and regrowth of entire power systems, biological systems, and, more bone and muscle structures. So that's it. That was the Yang wisdom today. Just remember that energy signals everything. As you power up, you'll see it under the sun. Promise you. If you pay attention to this wisdom, you will see it throughout the week. In all glorious ways in the different systems that it heals. Oh, immune system too. Huge one for light. White blood cells, thymus gland, all of that. All right. Now I'm talking about filling up and putting power forward first. A huge part of any energy medicine's journey, any energy medicine practitioner's journey, I think if they're really going to be a master, is coming to understand the tree of life within oneself. You might even say within community and society and within the world, interconnected universal tree. You could say earth. And I actually think connecting with the tree of life with the sun will help you a lot because that's the energy body. So what we're going for is the tree of life within ourselves. It's that energy field that you see represented in cultures across the planet, from the Kabbalah to the yogic system to the Tibetan system, Taoists. They all have these different kind of chakra energy system, fruits on the tree of life, the energy system. And the world tree, I think, is very similar. It's interconnected electro-bioenergetic grid, if you will, the force. So this tree of life, let's look at it from a really basic metaphorical standpoint, if you will. Now, the tree of life, it's this electricity where the legs, the roots, and the trunk go into the ground, and they suck in all this nourishing energy from earth. They connect in, especially if you're powered up and your root opens and can power through those legs, which get really blocked by for a lot of people. So the tree of life is legs going into the trunk. It's the first chakra. It's the chakras in the feet. It's the chakras in those ankles. It's the energetic systems going down there. It's the branches. It sucks it up. It's part of the spine that goes down into the pelvic region. Now the spine and the arms are like the trunk and the upper branches. They reach up. They pull in light. They pull in more air, nutrients from above. And you'll see in our schematic, we're really just being like the best trees on the planet. I think we're maybe even beating trees at their own game with the chemistry set that we're working with. So perhaps the greatest healing that comes from this work of feeding our own energetic trees of life, powering up, juicing up, filling the veins, the nerves, the nadis, the channels, is the chakras and the glands, the energy centers, these subtle centers, and where the glands meet them at these nadis, these points. Those are the fruits on the tree of life, the lemons, the seeds that have come to fruit. You see what happens when trees get bad energy, they don't get light, they pestilence this, and when they get nourished and are full of photon energy, we get really happy glandular systems. This schematic 3 is all about the chakra system and the tree of life. So the fruit is extremely sensitive, powerful, juiced up, yummy, joyous energy. It's just so full. It's unstoppable. It's Easter on on the sun. It's the sweet life. It's this color orange. It's the innocent child. It's sweetness and a little naughtiness. Oops, it's yin and yang reborn. It's that innocent girl, the innocent boy. It's the child that was always in the light and walked through centuries, eons of time with joy and energy. That's the fruit of this. It's weird, you'll see, but the glands in your body will bring forth this sensitivity. And I think you'll see this as you see these glands kind of grow, or at least the power centers around them. There's a real sensitivity, a real sweetness, a real infinite yin, real emptiness and spaciousness that comes in through these glands, but it's got a touch of this yang. It's sun-kissed, it's magical, it's exciting, it's sensual, it's even sexual, it's prosperous, all these things. So schematic 3 is this seed energy breath work that we're going to do. It's going to turn the seeds into the fruit, grow them in the energy of the sun. We are going to sun-kiss your energy fields with orange energy. It's such a powerful medicine. And once again, as you guys are saying in the Q&A calls, this stuff is working very powerfully, but it's very simple. Oh my God, infinite yin. Wow, when you connect with that, whoa. On a deep level, on an infinite level. Well, schematic 3, the extreme results of connecting with this medicine, this lion's medicine once again. You overcome very old, deep trauma and core stresses, very old family stuff. Gosh, I'm hearing family curses, family diseases, abuse in the family, verbal, physical stresses that happened young and just depleted the system entirely. Bad trauma ideas that have happened forever. You've overcome very deep childhood stuff. You resurrect the magical inner child. It's incredible. You feel joyous again. You remember how it feels to be kind of eternal in 7 and feel good about tomorrow. The magical child, and they have a real intuition and instinct of where to go next, especially with your mission and career when they're happy. This medicine will give you total body inner child growth. So all these old wounds, all these things, you really feel, I think, a sense of completion with that, which isn't that a great gift? A completion with family past and creating a new family legacy is what I might call that. Now, it'll heal stunted bodies, minds, energy fields, hormone imbalances. Like stunted growth is a huge one. You know, stunted bones, stunted muscle, atrophied things. Oh my gosh. I think people really suffering from arthritis. They can barely move. They can barely type. Carpal tunnel that's horrible and is inhibiting how their hands move. All these blocks and all these stunted things can really grow with schematic 3. It's a super weapon because it works with energy and the hormonal system and the sexual growth center. Now, the extreme cost of not working with this energy, or you know, yang medicine in general, as many of you've seen coming in through these calls, you know, you've been through it yourself. You are going through that healing journey of healing core stress. And the extreme costs of this are total core and glandular shutdown, which is what most people call me with. They have had a bad core. Their engine has been kaput. They've been drained and running on fumes, and their glandular system's almost eating itself apart. The energy system's eating itself apart. It's shutting down. It's been shutting down for years. A lot of bad things happen. And that can happen. That's the extreme cost of not growing these glands in these power centers and not providing them, honestly, like real sensual kind of second chakra medicine. Toxic mood syndrome, we've been in a lot about that. You break your core, trauma happens, stress happens, and then it's like lifetime issues of bad gas pipes in your energy field. Toxic moods, depression, man. I talk to people that spend, you know, hours depressed, months, wasted, you know, someone's a day, literally 40 some years of lost time in depressed energy field because of a core stress and then toxic mood syndrome. Drained energy, body, fatigued mind, confused mind, all these things. Life is at 85% or below. Just wasting life in a way. Energy, thoughts, diseases that eat away at us, the self-sabotaging stuff, eat away at. That's all stuff that can come up. And here's like a little beautiful look at the fruits on the tree of life from, when these are healthy, the testes, you have a real active sexual life, your mojo's running, to people being totally shut down and prostate cancer and all these things. There's the prostate gland where a lot of people have family degenerative diseases and cancers there, ovaries, cysts, these things are very sensitive. Schematic 3 is a gift to all of these. Just grows them and heals them and flushes them out. Adrenal glands that get so burnt out by coffee, but really life, over stress, 85% running on, you can drink a lot of coffee if you have core energy, but most people don't. So it eats away at the adrenals. Thyroid, a lot of people have a thyroid throat expression issues, really want to express but don't know how. Never seen their voice just light up the world. That's what this medicine does. And then also all this third eye, pineal, pituitary, psychic stuff. A lot of people are hugely psychic and they love it, but they're afraid to open it. This will juice all of that up. Rocket fuel for Miracle Grow, for all of these glands. Great high ticket courses for you guys to teach would be anything about any of these glands. You could probably pick a gland and have a high ticket course that we teach in the mission section, heal your total adrenal fatigue. How many people have that through Yang medicine? Oh, totally open up your psychic channels. They've been shut down for years in fear and trauma. Oh, total sexual healing, or, say like you have a cyst in the ovaries, maybe time to try and see if you can really heal a lot of that. If you do, wow, what a great medicine on the other side, This seed energy, how does it work? Schematic 3, extreme breath work. And I rarely wanted to show a flower because that's what I think we are. We're these really super sensitive, powerful, multicolored beings of light. We translate light. We use photosynthesis. As energy masters, we are learning to use this to grow, power up, and then heal. And these seeds, you see kind of the stamen and the ovary and this, it reminds me a lot of the glandular system and how we juice up and shine and can create new pollinations in our life, new creations of light energy, anything you want. Ecstatic, rebirth. There's a tantric connection between the light and the dark, this pollination that happens and awakening as we fill this light with seed energy, which we're going to use the color orange, like the seeds really of the ovaries and the testes, the sexual power, the mojo. Get it rising, get the fires in the waters of orange. So the breath work here is quite simple. We breathe in orange energy, powerful. Follow synchronicities of orange throughout the week. Breathe this extreme breath work throughout the week. I'll give you a recording, do it in the sun, and then do orange throughout the day. Watch it heal all your old sex trauma, addiction trauma, stories of pain, suffering, poverty, being lost, being disempowered, all this family hurt wound stuff. Fill up with orange energy and let your inner child heal. You breathe in infinite orange energy, infinite yang through the nostril. Breathe out infinite yin energy through the mouth with orange. Breathing in infinite yang, orange, through the nostril, all the way through. Out infinite yin energy, orange, once again, through the mouth. First in through the nostril, out through the mouth. In yang, nostril, out yin, mouth. And the whole trick is to use the color orange like nobody else on the planet for 2 weeks. We will get deeper into the Jedi modalities that this offers us, this color orange, in the next part of this program today and also next week. This is our secret weapon. This is the schematic. Like, you're going to learn what we're doing with the whole thing now. And especially next week too. Now schematic 3, oh, there we go. Breath in, infinite Breathe in, sorry, not breath. Breathe in infinite yang through nostril. Breathe out infinite yin through mouth. Breathe absolute orange the entire time. That's the secret to it too. In, out, orange. Get extreme results. Power up on this. Grow your glandular system. Grow your chakras. Now, victory ascent. And then we're going to melt and move. As you power up and fill your golden gut, we can do the moves. Growing the inner child. This is really important right now. And we'll get into this in the bioenergetics too, in the mission of like each of the masochist, the schizoid, the oral, the psychopath, the rigid. They all have inner childs that need to grow and become adults and get to stay kids the rest of their life too, but healed, empowered, and joyful. Orange energy, joyful energy, success energy, fun, wicked fun energy. Orange, sexy energy. You're going to do this for 2 weeks with infinite yin and infinite yang to create a chemical reaction, the tantric reaction. You're going to nourish the energy field like never before, bones, body, mind, mood, and glandular system with the yang, with yin, orange energy. You're going to heal glands and sexual trauma and anger. Paula's mentioned anger's coming up. Good. Let's burn it out with orange. Let's heal the glands. Let's heal inner child. We're going to fill in and fire up. We're going to nourish the child, and then we're going to fire up blocks that might have occurred. Densities where we closed ourselves, locked up, cut off, fell, all of those things. And then you're going to give your inner child space. This might be the most important thing of all. Schedule time for your inner child. The sun's a great place. Have a good cry in the sun. Best place to do it. Have a good laugh. Let your inner child come back. Maybe there was a time where you really fell. Time to come back. This is real inner kid soul work. You've got to come back now. Let the light in. Listen to your inner child. They might want to throw fits. I always say your inner child is your worst toxic demon until he finally gets to throw like the energetic table across the room. Not actual table. Gets to say his way or her way, stomp the feet, throw a tantrum, and then they'll say magical things. And those things are magical too, because they need to be listened to, brought through, expressed, and released through light and tantric, almost orgasmic energy, pleasure. You're going to let it express and come through the inner child stuff. And I want you to be Big Daddy. As you're filling up with all this energy, you're going to find your inner child can relax into you, that you are big enough to take your inner child out to see the movies, to have a day off. You really got to schedule magical like snow day time with that inner child. And the best thing you do is give yourself some time in the sun to do it, right? So watch your inner child, listen to your inner child as we do this schematic, because by paying attention to that, you will grow yourself a lot quicker. And that's where I put grow. Enjoy the grow, man. So we did the yang wisdom. We covered the schematic 2 or 3 of orange, infinite yin, or infinite yang, infinite yin breath work. And now we're getting into core laser surgery. We talked about victory ascent. We've been talking about reclaiming core energy for a lot of people with 85 and under. This is the deep work. This is the stuff we've been building and preparing for. Prepare yourself, prepare your gut, prepare your courage, prepare your confidence, prepare your certainty. Prepare your compassion and your caring. Get ready. There's a lot of things to bring in for this lion's medicine if you're going to do the deep work. And a lot of you are already on it, but we have been talking about upping your mastery. 3 extreme Jedi moves. As I say, I like comprehensive, not complicated. These 3 moves will give you everything you need to cut open a gut into the light and let it be reborn into its kind of old new ways, okay? How it used to be as a kid and how it's going to feel in the future. So these 3 moves are totally safe, but they're totally simple, but they're totally comprehensive. And they are a lifetime study. That is mastery. Mastery is a lifetime study. At the energy level of mastery. You want to be the master all the time, not just in the future, right? So masters, the review of last week's energy healing, the move was 2-handed chakra healing and chelation. So if you remember, we put our left hand, our right hand, let's just start with the left hand on the heart, upper thymus, you could say. Second hand on the chakra, second chakra, right hand on the second chakra. And we were circling energy through our heart from the right to the left. We actually started pinging it up and down, pinging that energy. Clear energy, if you do it with clear energy, that's like the chelation. We are now learning the chelation in our mission mastery. Paula, she's been asking for this, and now we're in it. We're in deep into energy medicine. So learn to move energy from one hand to the other, from one chakra to the other. Ping, pong, ping, pong. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. And then you could do circles through the heart, through the right, through the left, in and out breath. You can even infinite yin, infinite yang. You could even do it with schematic 3 of putting in orange, breathing in through the nostril, infinite yang, color orange, breathing out through the mouth, infinite yin, color orange. Healing the glands of the thymus and the ovaries and testes in those areas. That's the two-handed chakra healing. You can go from second to third chakra, third to fourth, second to fifth, second to sixth. And then when you learn the chelation, you'll really learn how to do all these hands-on healing moves. So make sure you check out the chelation video in time. I suggested practicing the chelation on like dummies, like fake, you can stuff pants and jeans and shirts with like other clothes, and then you practice doing the chelation as if it's a real person. And then you schedule time for a friend to come over or someone that needs healing on Facebook, and you schedule in some practice. You've been powering up on yang medicine. You're learning the hands-on healing moves on yourself, like the two-handed chakra healing. You want to be an extreme Jedi? Learn the chelation. And don't you worry, Paula. She wanted to know, what about the hormone balance? What about the cancer healing? We will do all of that based on the chelation, simplified versions to get better results. Brain balance, hormone balance, addiction healing, all coming based on the chelation. And that video will be its own thing. Core stresses, as we talked about, the extreme costs of core stresses are 85% or under. Everything gets frozen. That's what we're focusing on right now, is the really frozen, gunked up, core crunched, polluted stuff. It's stuck. It's in the center. And most people, it's way more stuck and bigger than you think. So we're almost like cutting out old trunks and lines of energy and letting new ones form. This is really safe, healthy energy surgery for frozen core. Toxic, frozen, gunked up core. Toxic exhaust, moods. Already seeing examples for both of these. Amy, seeing her mood, she's just photon bombing her body. She's super sensitive. I think she had a little schizoid masochist, very sensitive types. And she's like, man, is it weird? I'm just like experiencing totally spontaneous moments of joy, like totally unexpected for maybe hours, I think. And I'm like, no, man, that's called a sunny mood. You're sensitive. You're getting the results we asked for. You wanted to lift things like depression and feeling some anxiety. That's what this does. Core stresses and heals it. And James, he's in Australia getting pounded by light, PTSD, and he's melting that frozen, chunked up gut, the golden gut, and healing it up. So, we'll heal the frozen gut, we'll heal the toxic energies and bring a sunny mood, and we'll work on really ongoing physical health issues, which can number so many. We have so many names for these things, the physical issues that come from energy core problems. So here's our core laser surgery, the 3 moves to deal with these big core issues, the main one being frozen core. The first energy is laser surgery, and I hope you appreciate this. It's so simple. It's so simple, and it's the philosophy for everything we're going to do in the Victory Ascent. You got to trust yourself. You got to trust that energy knows best, and it's going to power up and signal everything to go in always better, more enlightened forms. And to do this, the only move you need to know to do everything and get all the results you want is to power up and then melt and move. The powering up is what melts things, and now you can move them. That's like the overall philosophy of everything I'm going to teach. Melt and move. You want to be extreme Jedi, you got to learn that one move. Just like I said, you have to learn infinite yang to power up. If all you learned was melt and move, but to an extreme level, you will have become a master in this course, in my opinion. So the core power up is, this golden gurgling gut that James is now experiencing in Australia. He went from a 20% to a 60% energy field, 40% results going up by going into that hot Australian sun at hours. He's even doing infinite, I think, yang in the day and yin more towards the end of the day, morning kind of evening thing or afternoon. You're welcome to do stuff like that. But he's getting the light energy and it's turning his gut into light. He's drinking a lot of water because you got to work with that and cleanse it out and cool down. But you also get a golden heart. A lot of people come because they need to have heart surgery, heart openings. So we've been powering up to melt that around the heart. There's talking about opening up the heart and there's actually doing it. Throat, huge for people. We're going to do major throat surgery on people. And we do that by first powering up on Schematic 3 and the orange energy. Third eye, huge. Pineal, pituitary, all the gland stuff. We're going to be powering up with Schematic 3. What to do with all this energy? Don't punch people. Don't get all fired up. You're going to start feeling like a badass. You're going to feel like you got lightning, like you got power, like you got the sun in you. Great. Turn it to passion. Turn it to fire. When densities come up, turn that fuel in on itself into tantra and go up the mountain. Don't fight the world. Kind of fight yourself with tantric love. Go right into the deepest density and attack. That's what you do with this energy. For 3 months, this is what we're doing. The rest of your life, you can do something else. But you want to be an extreme Jedi? First, we melt and move. We power up. We turn all those things into golden energy. And then simple moves like the micro adjustments we showed, the 2-hand chakra. All of these things will move it and then it'll melt more. Also, I want to say you can move things to melt them. I constantly will squeeze my heart and it will melt energy through. I'll just touch my gut a little bit with my kind of consciousness, energy consciousness, and it'll melt and move. There'll be something in my right hip and I'll just shoot a little lightning bolt down through it. And if that's kind of a move melt, so that's it, is move, melt, melt, and move. The whole philosophy of extreme Jediism, if you will. The types of melting can really vary, so pay attention to that and really follow your wisdom, especially in the sun as you do this work, which is probably where you'll be doing the most powerful laser cutting of all. I would say absolutely. You could be turning coal into fire. You could be turning liquid fuel into rocket fuel. It can vary. You could be turning stuff into lightning. You could be doing a full enlightened H-bomb, just photon energy of chain reactive bomb of love, A-bomb it, H-bomb it. And that's when the chemistry is going really well. So there's different melt and move techniques. You can attack with a lot of move energy and it'll melt. Melt and move. Now the second move on this is quite simple too. It's kind of the second one of the same thing, but it's called slice and dice. We are now in the slice and dice section of melt and move, which is we use precision laser surgery to create space for new growth and cut out the old. Now, the great thing about energy is you can cut things out and it'll never hurt you. You cut a finger off, ow. You cut this. You can cut laser surgery things through your heart, through your gut, through your throat. You do it through your consciousness. You practice it in the sun, and the recordings will show you how to do that. We are going to use energy of orange in the extreme breathwork of yang and yin, and do laser surgery in the sun with the recordings. So please listen to the recordings this week and go for it. And once you get it, I want you to laser surgery with your golden gut, your golden heart, to your heart's content. Why not have the best month of healing of your entire life and use precision? It's a sharp one. It can kind of hurt a little bit, so make sure to turn it tantric if you need to get it through. And always afterwards, you will feel a benefit, not a pain. That's energy medicine. And that goes off our philosophy that energy always knows what to do. And that's the fortunate thing about using laser surgery with sun energy. Now, core laser surgery, going super precise, which I was kind of saying, You can go in heart, you can go in gut, you can go into your knee. Slice with total safe power. Do this in the sun. Do it over and over again in different directions and styles during the victory ascent. Get results. Melt your core, open your heart, regain total power. This is like the enlightenment training. So do this with schematic 3, seed energy, the extreme breath work. Remember to schedule your mastery hours. You probably, if most people I've worked with seem to need more. They realize they're getting the results. It's time to show up 90% in their schedules. Create ceremonies. Gosh, someone, I think Ephraim just said he was going to, who was it? No, someone on a call just said they were going to do 180 hours over the next 90 days. Me too. But choose what works for you. Mastery execution, we're seeing that too. James is now putting his like ninja military training to get as sensitive and become as much of a energy bomb and a sponge and a laser surgeon as he can out there. Get the results now. Get the mastery now. And use the recording. I say use it until you really get it. Maybe use it all week, maybe for the next 2. And it's time to go extreme Jedi. Time to go for laser precision core. You'll just get it. Trust me. Like, you'll do it, follow the recording, and it'll make sense.
Are we supposed to still be seeing your home screen?
Okay. When did it cut out?
About a couple minutes ago, like 3 minutes ago.
Oh,
right after it showed slice and dice, that screen, and then it went out and it's just showing like our faces as like not really our faces, but like little white dummies with our names.
Okay. Someone is also like drawing on this.
I was doing that. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was like going to, I stopped doing it after I like realized that maybe it was like going to other people's things. I just like to doodle. So I was like, oh, look, you can doodle with different colors. And then I realized like maybe it wasn't just me that was seeing that.
Okay. So I need to share my screen, not your screen. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. So I'm going to stop the share. And then I'm going to hit share screen again. Thank you, Paula. Very good. This saved our recording today. Thank you. Because, we're always going to have a little hiccup, but a big hiccup is a problem. Oh, thank you. Now, did you see, let's get it back on track. Paula, while I'm doing this, do you have anything to say about kind of melt and move, the chelation? You've been powering up. You've been full of energy. And now I think we're getting into melting some core stuff. What are you feeling on that? Like, you've actually been feeling kind of, whoa, I've been getting a lot of light. Now what to do with it? Do you think?
I definitely feel like I'm ready to do more of, like you said, like guided stuff on myself where I'm really thinking about where I want to send energy, what colors I want to send energy, stuff like that on myself, and ready to try it on other people and see what results that they get from doing hands-on healing with intention on them, intention of moving the energy and melting things and slicing and dicing things away and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now, I would say with that chelation, one, keep drinking lots of water and have a lot for your clients, and make sure you come in a little gentle because you've done master chelation, but remember, you're full of energy right now. So I know you're sensitive, how to pay attention, but keep in mind, you're full of the Jesus juice right now. Mm-hmm. So it might be pretty effective. Tell me how it goes.
Yeah, I guess something I learned when I was first like doing energy work is just, knowing that, well, see, what I had always thought before was that, the energy was coming through me, and I was a channel for the energy, and it wasn't like exactly coming from me. But with the way you teach energy work, it's more like it is coming from you.
And no, it's more through, and we'll teach the chelation.
Okay.
But what kind of vessel are you when you're like super quantum Hulk lady, Shira of energy, golden goddess, versus slumped up Reiki master that can't leave the bedroom? And
you're more of a clear channel that energy can funnel through in a more effective way.
Yeah, and you know how that chelation, it's made to melt and move. So when you get on the feet and the legs and the ankles and then the chakra arms and or the core and each chakra, you're going to be moving through channels like never before. I think you're going to love it. It's going to feel like, oh, there's the juice I've been waiting for. We'll see. But thanks Paula, for sharing that again. and for noticing the screen. And this gets to what she was talking about being out there in the star, in the master solar energy, and working with different parts of the body. And so this is going to be move 3 today. Remember, 1 was melt and move. 2 was slice and dice. That's that precision laser surgery, which we'll be going over more. We're doing this all with schematic 3, which is orange. Paula, you mentioned colors. Until the next schematic, I want you to just use orange. It's going to power up every chakra like nothing if we just commit. Like fill your body up like it's a giant orange in every gland. Schematic 3. And now we have attack the line, which might be one of the most important lessons I ever have about healing. In energy medicine, they always talk about this death layer. And Paula, I mean, man, we've probably talked about that a lot in our old bioenergetics classes. It's that line where things meet. It's almost like the front of the war, of the battle, of the tantric lovemaking, where that spot is that really hurts. The density moment, the crunch, ow. Sometimes it can be intense. Most people run away. Since you are powering up, just for 3 months, attack the line. Go through it as far as you can. When it comes up and it's like, keep going at it. Like we'll be learning to clobber density. Clobber it for 3 months. The rest of your life, you can do everything else. We surrender a lot. It's a very surrender yin practice. I'm asking you not to hike in the sun, not to work out in the sun necessarily, but to power up in a yin sponge-like jellyfish way. And now we attack. And you can attack from a very total surrender point of view. But go all the way through the line and more with a little bit of tension, and I'll get into this. The line, the death layer, the point of tension, feeling, movement, out vibration, dense vibration, the vibration that's going to maybe even move through your body some, from the gut up, over here, down through, it can move. Make it a tantric line. There's an ecstatic union taking place in that moment. It's not a battle, it's a moan. So you kind of move through it tantrically, and you attack through and don't stop. And I suggest doing a little bit with orgasm. That's setting you up for the next schematic, but attack with an ecstatic sense of connection. Because otherwise, if you battle your demons, they're not going to transform. They're looking for release, light and ecstatic release. That's the line. So I want you to attack the line with tension. The moves, here we go. So you add tantra, that tantric twist, the tantric turn, to really make it go when you attack the line. And then I want you to add tension, which is a thing that was never taught to me. And it's like, don't just focus on that one spot in the line. Put another tension line like in your shoulder, just so you're spreading the body out. You're creating a tension and balance throughout. I think people focus too much on just the line, the tension point, one, and so they stay in suffering. If you can expand out and create another tension point, you will expand the body out. It will open, and you'll have much more of a mastery move versus, oh my God, I got to heal this. Attack with 1T. So those were the 3 Jedi moves of tonight. Remember, we're building up. We're now doing schematic 3. Using orange with this breath work of in and out. We're going to melt and move. That's all you've got to do for this victory ascent. Melt and move your core. One of our extreme tricks, and I don't know anyone else that does this, is we're going to slice and dice that core up into really delicious energy. We're going to move out a lot of old stuff as it feels good to you. Follow your own divine timing with that. Precision laser surgery, and we'll cover it in the recording. We're going to ask you to attack the line with tension and a little bit of ecstatic eros, you might say. And a bonus, I might say, see what light teaches you, because it really teaches this kind of light speed wisdom. It can open up portals and crevices and valves like nobody else. So a little bonus as you do these is to just see what light will teach you and how to melt and move. It's really the master here. And that's it. I mean, that's today's mission is yang medicine. Energy signals everything. You power up first, and then all of those systems come in alignment. So we covered that. Power up, systems come in alignment. Schematic 3, it heals your glands. It feels good. It fills up the tree of life, the glands, and the energy systems with orange. We're going to power up every chakra in your body with the color orange, every gland. And the schematic is so simple again. It's a deep breath work in of yang energy, infinite, and out yin through your mouth. In through the nostril, out through the mouth, using a very powerful color orange. Track the synchronicities of orange this week as you do it. Do it in the sun, do it the recording, and do it throughout your day with master level attention. And then our extreme Jedi moves, we wanted 3. Melt and move, slice and dice, which is the laser surgery. And we're going to do that in the sun with a schematic. And the last one was attack the line with tantra intention. Go deep, breathe all the way through it. Go into infinity as far as you can, and then do it again. Win victories. That's how we do our victory ascent. We're in the Jedi phase. We are in the Jedi moves. So get out there, get the mastery time, and get the medicine and do the extreme work. Now in our mission mastery, we're going to be working next with the masochist and the finisher type, the gifts and the healing. And we're going to do the hormone balance hands-on healing that goes on top of the chelation. So that's our next Jedi mood, total hormone balance for the for women and men. A very powerful modality, helps with pregnancy, all these things. It's amazing. And then next time for Yang Medicine Mastery, we're going to get into deep secret weapon schematic 3 of what this does on even a deeper level, and how right now we're going to learn what this whole schematic is about. So next week that's coming, and good luck with everyone this week. That finishes up schematic 3, our glandular healing, and core surgery. Thanks again to everyone. Good luck in your adventures and in your illumination healing, and we will see you at the next mastery training.